What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for NXT TAKEOVER 36. This is probably by far the most stacked card in NXT TAKEOVER history. Obviously second to TAKEOVER Stand and Deliver back in April, if I remember right. So this is interesting because there are four titles up for grabs and a two out of three falls match. What is that two out of three falls? It is none other than Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. It is Cole O'Reilly 3, the Undisputed Finale, as they are dubbing it. The first fall, which was made by Kyle O'Reilly, is a straight up traditional matchup. Pinfall or submission, takes it. Second match was made by Adam Cole. He chose a street fight, and then the third fall, if possible, chosen by William Regal, the NXT GM, will be a steel cage. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for something better from Regal. I was kind of hoping for, like, I don't know, maybe that same cage that we saw between the same cage that we saw when we got Gargano Cole 3. I was kind of hoping for something like that, but it is what it is. Honestly, this is a rivalry that goes back, what, 12, 13 years, I think Cole said. And it's interesting because when you think about all the things that they had done together over the years since they both came to NXT, it's absolutely insane. Because I remember Kyle O'Reilly actually was the first member of the UE to be a part of NXT. Then came Bobby Fish, then came Roderick Strong, and then I believe came Adam Cole. Adam Cole was the last person of all four members to have joined. But with Bobby Fish now no longer in NXT, it begs the question of what's next. There's been rumors going around saying that Adam Cole has decided to let his contract expire. I don't know if that's true or not. If it is true, then that means that two members of the party on Up Up Down Down, big shout out, no copyrights here, you guys know how this works, is now gone in WWE. So what's next? That's the big question. What is next? Honestly, I think the first fall would definitely go to Kyle O'Reilly because he is a submission specialist. He knows about submission. So if there's anybody that can make Adam Cole tap out like that, it is definitely Kyle O'Reilly. I think Kyle O'Reilly might be able to pull it off in the first fall. Second fall, I would have to give it to Adam Cole. Maybe. Just because he's been in street fights before against some of the best that NXT has to offer, including guys like Malachi Black, or I guess Aleister Black in WWE, Johnny Gargano, just to name a few. But the third fall, that's too hard to say, but that's too hard to call. I would have to say Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole might pick up the victory over Kyle O'Reilly. Just because, at least this way, if Cole's contract does expire, he can leave NXT knowing that he was the one that ended the Undisputed Finale. So we might see him leave WWE, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. Next up, we have LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes for the $1 million title. This is kind of unique because this is the third time that Grimes is getting a shot at the title. If you guys remember, a few weeks ago, if you guys remember a few weeks ago on NXT, Cameron Grimes issued a challenge to LA Knight for the title. LA Knight agreed, but only if Cameron Grimes agreed to the terms where if Grimes lost, he would have to become LA Knight's butler. And LA Knight won, and Grimes became his butler, and now it's come to this. If Grimes wins, he becomes the $1 Million Champion. Simple. If LA Knight wins, Cameron Grimes is no longer the butler. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, the Hall of Famer, is going to be LA Knight's butler. There is a lot of pressure, not just on Grimes, but also on DiBiase, because DiBiase, if you guys don't know, DiBiase is a betting man. He is a betting man, and he had put his money on Cameron Grimes. So the big question is, can it be done? Can it be done? Can Grimes pull it off? I don't think so. I think LA Knight is gonna pick up that W, only because of the fact that, if you guys remember, and I remember this vaguely, but I remember both LA Knight was a part of both LA Knight and Cameron Grimes were a part of TNA back a while back, and when their contracts were up, WWE got him. They got him. And there were rumors that LA Knight was gonna go to other promotions that was not WWE, but nope. WWE was where WWE is where it's at. So, do I think Grimes can win? Absolutely. Is it possible? No. I really don't think so. I think LA Knight is gonna win it, in my honest opinion. As much as I don't want to see DiBiase become LA Knight's butler, as much as I don't want to see it, LA Knight has the upper hand going into this match. Next up, we have Raquel Gonzalez versus Dakota Kai for the NXT Women's title. This is a very interesting rivalry, to say the very least, because if you guys remember last year, let's go back to last year at NXT TakeOver Portland, where we saw Tegan Nox battle Dakota Kai in a street fight, and it was with the help of Raquel Gonzalez that Dakota Kai was able to defeat Nox in that street fight. And because of Raquel, Dakota Kai had won so many of her matches literally throughout this past year. And when Io Shirai challenged Raquel for the NXT Women's title at TakeOver Stand and Deliver, and not Dakota Kai, that was when Kai knew, I'm being overshadowed. So she decided to hit Raquel with a big boot to literally put it down, instantly challenging for the NXT Women's title. And Raquel said, "You know what? You want the title? You got it. You got it. Done deal." This is interesting because of Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez has been a dominant champion. Literally going back to TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Think about this, guys. Think about this. There were a dozen matches on the card for NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Night 1 featured Zoe Stark against Toni Storm, Pete Dunne against Kushida, Bronson Reed winning the Gauntlet Eliminator for the shot at the North American title the next night, Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT UK title, MSK, the Grizzled Young Veterans, and Legado del Fantasma for the NXT Tag Team titles, Raquel Gonzalez against Io Shirai for the NXT Women's title. And then on night 2, we had Drake, Maverick, and Killian Dane, who has been released from his contract, against Breezango, who have also been released from their contracts. Santos Escobar against Jordan Devlin for the Undisputed Cruiserweight title. Don't mind the barking, my dog is just barking at like nothing. She's barking at nothing. So just disregard that. Anyway, where was it? Oh yeah, Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell for the women's tag team titles. Johnny Gargano and Bronson Reed again for the North American title, and then Karrion Kross and Finn Balor for the NXT title, and then Cole O'Reilly won. Yeah, that was the card for Stand and Deliver, and now at TakeOver 36, it's come to this: Gonzalez versus Kai. Who do I think is going to win? Honestly, yeah. Oh, thank you. Sorry guys. I actually just got a package from. Oh, okay. Okay, I know exactly what that is. That's gonna be for tomorrow's video. This box right here. In this box, is actually my package that I got from my partners at Collector Store. If you guys have not checked them out already, I highly recommend you guys check them out. I will leave their website link and their address for those who are in the Missouri area in the description below. Make sure you guys check them out. Check them out. They are incredible people. But that's gonna be for that not tomorrow's video. That's gonna be for a video for later today. Just so you guys know that's gonna be a video for later on today. As a quick spoiler. As far as what I'll be opening up after that, you'll have to wait until later on. But moving on with this card, who do I think is gonna win? I think it's gonna be Dakota Kai. Given the fact that she's been in NXT longer than Gonzalez, there's no way Gonzalez is gonna retain. There's no way in hell. That's just my honest opinion. Next up, we have a match we never thought we would ever see. And I swear to God, I never thought we would ever see this. Karrion Kross, Samoa Joe for the NXT title. This is unique because this is actually the first time in my entire career doing this. This is the first time that I've ever called a Samoa Joe match in NXT. I have never done that, and this is a big first for me. Because you guys know when it comes to Samoa Joe, I've always done the cards for the main roster. So for me to call this type of match, absolutely insane, absolutely incredible. This is even more interesting because Karrion Kross has been on the main roster for a few weeks now, and one thing that I find unique about this is the fact that Kross is a two-time NXT champion. But so is Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is actually the first ever two-time NXT champion by defeating Shinsuke Nakamura, and then Nakamura defeated Joe to become a two-time champion himself. Balor ended up defeating Adam Cole to become a two-time champion, and now Kross has defeated Balor to become a two-time champion, and now Balor, you guys know, is back on the main roster, wanting that Universal title. He wants to right the wrongs of the past, but so does Joe. Joe also wants to right the wrongs of the past by becoming the only man in history to hold the title 3 times, and he's only doing this because of the fact that Kross has provoked Joe to the point of no return. Because when Joe returned to NXT a little over a couple months ago, actually, Joe became William Regal's enforcer, if you will, and when he became the special guest referee for Kross's match with, I think it was Johnny Gargano, if I remember correctly. Kross provoked Joe, and it got to the point where Joe was like, "All right, you know what? I'm done. I cannot do this anymore." 3 easy steps. Step 1, I quit. I quit NXT management. Step 2, you sign. Step 2, Regal, you sign this. You sign this. You reactivate me as part of the roster, the active roster in NXT. Boom. Done. Step 3, hands Regal another contract that states that it'll be Joe versus Kross for the NXT title at TakeOver 36. Contemplates for a second, signs, done. Done deal. This match is happening. This is unique because both these men are so proficient when it comes to submission. That actually rhymes. Who do I think is going to win? I think it's Joe. I think it's going to be Joe because with Kross now being a part of the main roster now, Kross is done. His time in NXT is done. It's done. There's no way he's going to keep the title on Sunday. So I think Joe's going to win it. And now it is time for a match we never thought possible. Walter Dragunov 2. Yes, Walter versus Ilya Dragunov for the NXT United Kingdom title. This is this is going to be very interesting because the last time these two men fought, it was back in October. It was back in October where, if you guys remember, last year, right around like March, April of last year, one of the last times that... Let me go back a second. Hang on, guys. Because if I remember correctly, I know that it was in 2020, but I don't remember when exactly. Because I know that at that time there was like a battle royal, to determine who would challenge Walter for the NXT UK title, and that was right before the pandemic started, actually. Crazy enough. So, let's go back. Aha, found you. Let us see. I believe I want you. I want season 3. And if I remember correctly... Yeah, so back on October 29th of last year, these two have fought. But if you guys remember... It was... I believe it was back in March. Yeah, I believe it was like sometime back in March or something or something like that, where we saw Dragunov win a battle royal to determine who would face Walter for the title, and we were supposed to have had another takeover called NXT UK Takeover Dublin, but because of the pandemic, it was pushed back a little bit to August. But the pandemic kept getting worse and worse last year, so they just basically canceled it. They canceled it entirely, and I've been hearing a lot of rumors that TakeOver Dublin is going to take place at the end of the year. So if these rumors are true, who knows? Maybe Dragunov could walk in to TakeOver Dublin as the champion. But this is their second encounter. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody can take the title off of Walter. There's no way. I don't think anybody can take the title off of Walter. Pete Dunne tried, tried to beat Walter at TakeOver New York a couple of years ago. That didn't, he couldn't do it. He tried again several weeks later. That was when Imperium started. Joe Coffey tried. Bomber Dave Mastiff, Jordan Devlin tried. So many men have tried. Even Tyler Bate at TakeOver Cardiff, he tried. Nothing. Dragunov, I don't think he can do it. I mean, he might be the only person to do it, but I don't know. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm sticking with Walter. But once again, guys, this package, I'm actually gonna cover this up. This package came from my partners at Collector Store. I'll be opening this up a little later on today. A little later on today, probably right after NXT UK. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And that brings me to the question of the day. What are your guys' predictions for NXT TakeOver 36? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more TakeOver predictions in the foreseeable future. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.